Hello everyone. I hope I'm not making the same mistake as last stream by having drum and bass on in the background. Like we should be good to go here. I'm just gonna move that so the dog is in frame. Okay. I had a bit of a problem before stream. The camera arm that I normally use, or the posable arm, just like totally flailed all over the place and messed up. So that was absolutely grand. We're going back to this. I'm gonna have to manually mess around with the focus again because it's a pain on this. But yeah, we've got this 30-minute sisters kit again. We're gonna be doing the rest of the legs, I believe it was, or at least the rest of the feet, and then we're gonna be doing the thighs and stuff as well. So I had the three biggest parts of the feet done. And now it's a case of just making sure the rest is done, because I'm probably going to end up having multiple parts. Thank you, John, for telling me that mic was so distant, because I didn't realize that it had actually moved around a little bit. I actually had it pushed to the right-hand side, because I'm using just normal stuff for this, no sort of like fancy mic for the moment. Yeah, that was funny. I'm just looking at the head here as well and figuring out about the her options and stuff. But yeah, that was funny. So I've started with a mic problem and a camera problem. Fun times. Right, so let's grab these parts here and just go. I said that I may be using the knife on this one, but it looks like it's a no. We're doing the feet on here first, then the thighs. Because I mentioned it the other day, and I was like, dude, I'm going to need to do the thighs. So I'm just making sure I get these parts for the shoes, of which I believe it's like literally just D and E runners. So it's these two, then we'll do the thighs, because the thighs are important, because I don't actually have any idea of what's going to happen with them. But the E runner is E7. I know I needed that. Yeah, it's just E7 now then for both. So we'll go through and find that. 7 is there, right? That's the hell is that? John. I am not complaining. What the heck is that? Like, I don't quite understand that. That must be a It's gotta be, and this is it's gonna sound funny considering that last comment. This literally has to be an action feature for these shoes. What it is 7 is a peg that then fits into the bottom of the shoe and looks like it rotates, so that you can then put the feet or the shoes into the board or whatever else you want. I'm assuming anyway. So guess we'll just go with that. Again, I'm hoping that this is kind of focusing. I'll manually focus it if I need to at certain points, but so there's the E parts off that runner. It's gonna be interesting to see if these like parts all fit together here. Yesterday, if you saw the stream, I was very hesitant to do this. You will know when you succeed when you royally screw up, says Kira. I have a feeling Kira's only here for the screwing up bit. It's just like, dude, seriously, I can't wait until that one part where you mess up. She's like, no. So here we've got 2. I'm hoping nobody can hear the drum and bass music, because I've got the same sort of like thing going on, the liquid drum and bass atmospheric jungle mix from Lo-Fi Forever. Literally an emotion engine one that has controller on it as a thumbnail just because it looks nice. And it sounds pretty nice too. I was mentioning it in the previous stream how it sounds literally like any PlayStation demo music you'd get in like the 90s. And it's just nice to kind of work to that stuff. So I'm just having a good old time here at this point. I'm just trolling Saskira. It's all good. Right, so we do that. Some of these parts, man. These parts are just really tiny. It's a good job I'm keeping them in a box. So this should be, after this part, all of the shoe bits. Oh, come on now. There we go. Did you ever check my fanfic first draft? I don't think I did. Let's put those in the box. Because I'm assuming I can just put the legs straight into those. That moment where OBS disconnects. Are we good? There we go. OBS just disconnected randomly. I have no clue why. It's just like, so anyway, it's just gonna disconnect here and drop everything. In the box, better than the jar. Oh god, the jar. Let's put this all in the box. As long as it has like a decent grip on these when I'm putting them in the box, it shouldn't be too bad. Right. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna move actually no, I'll keep the frills where they are. I need the hands done, but they can be done later. I've got the neck. It's literally just the thighs next, so we'll get them done. I think we'll do the ones from the swimsuit kit first, just because I've already started on those, and then we'll do the thighs from the other one. Like honestly, can't wait till I get to paint this thing. Okay. Seeing the things you bought today, I'm guessing you need a day of madness. And you will build gen variants. See, the thing is, I don't know why I would do variants, you know? Like, at the moment, all I'm thinking of is just, like, this is the only one I'm probably ever gonna need. It's a accurate representation of the avatar model, so... It's one of those whole things of being like, dude, seriously, why would I need another one? You know, or variants, or whatever. Right, let's see. I think... Yeah, that's all the arms and stuff on that side. Easy, because you're a builder. Like, I like building things, but also I've got to balance it with, like, everything else that I'm doing. You know? Like, it's tough trying to do so many things at once. No. I suppose you could say it's why I like... Excuse me, why I like doing 3D at the same time, because, like, I can do that as well. But yeah, it's kind of crazy doing all this stuff side by side and being like, ah. It's like, no joke, I'm sat here thinking, you know what, I should be doing a bit of 3D here. And instead I'm like, you know what, I'll take a bit of a day off and make 3D gen. Dude, that's the nub there. Those nubs are wild. That's probably just me though. Like this, that's gonna require knifing or sanding. Never said you would make them on short notice. I just predicted at least 3 years. Turn around and be like, so anyway, I made different versions. I made my own collection of outfits, like default. and then God knows whatever else. Just do the ones for different times of year. So it's like what Valentine's, Easter, Christmas, Halloween, New Year's. It's either that or I just let other people do it for me. No, I just be like, you guys have crazy imaginations, go wild. Ooh, thought I'd clipped through all of that then. But... yeah, there's gonna be some nubs on here that I'm gonna either have to sand down or knife. The gates can be all over the place. I just want stuff to not be visible so that, like, at the end of the day it just looks nice. Oh. Oh. Might be better cutting that gate like that. Don't know. Like the nubs here, man. Where is it? Let's have a look. Some of them have come out okay, and I'm like, it's not bad. And then there's just like the other side, which looks really bad. Hang on. Configure. Let's have a look here. Camera controls. Focus. Let's see if we can. If I put that right next to the camera and then mess around with the focus. Dude, that knob there. A little bit more. The one on the left is particularly bad. The one on the right, not too bad. Those are literally going to have to be sanded for a while. Because I could use a knife on him, but I run the risk of gouging the plastic like that. Don't want to do that. Good job these are going to be painted. Right, so those are the big parts for the leg, I think, apart from the actual, like, buttock area. Where's that? Trying to find this stuff now. There we go. There's the buttock area. You don't want to screw that up. I might be able to actually show you this as well today. Because of the messing around with the focus, the way that this is different from the other one. The problem is, again, I'm probably gonna have to prototype the lower section just to make sure I get enough clearance and stuff, and it doesn't look bad. Got my nurse body, says Freedom. Oh, nice. Oh, excuse me. Okay, so we need V18, 21. They like peg into each other basically. Okay. Reds. How you doing? Let's play around with these. These are actually ball joints, but they're in skin color. That's pretty cool. Doing alright, waiting to start a tabletop game. While also happy that I ordered a new laptop. Oh, nice. always exciting when you get like a new piece of technology or something because it's immediately like, oh, dude, this is so awesome. You crack the box open and it's got like that new item smell. So good. I swear that that smell is like intoxicating at certain points. You just like open something, it has like, I'm trying to remember like the last thing that was like that, like video games, for instance, they have that new CD case smell if you've obviously opened enough physical copies, where you like unwrap it and then all of a sudden it's just it's crazy to describe. It's a really refreshing kind of smell. A 17 and 13. Okay. The At least David's not trying that sanding technique. It arrived just in time for the F91 rerun banner on GPT. Oh, nice. That sanding technique I shared. Dude, that was wild. Like I did not expect that. Like part of my curiosity is like, dude, seriously, how do they even come up with that thing in the first place? And the other half is like, how do you even do that with sanding? But I don't think I'm gonna be doing that. Otherwise, I'll be getting strange looks. That's for like somebody else to do, and then be like, Dave, check out what I've done, and then I'll be like, ah, you've done that. Japan, says Kira. Like I get it though. It's a certain style choice that people enjoy, so it's like, oh, okay. And I think it was Shinju that said it best, you know. That's not even the wildest I've seen on X. Oh boy. Like I think Shinju said it best where he was like, dude, that's actually kind of crazy, but also impressive at the same time. Right, so we got 12 here? Yeah, 12 and 23 are for the ankle rocker. Okay, so that's oh, everything's on this runner. So it looks like I might have to prototype the legs in their entirety here. And possibly the lower portion of the bodysuit. Trying again with these nippers. Oh, what should I? Okay, trying to get him at the right angle and then just put as little pressure on as possible. Hey, Kaiser! I'm doing good, I'm doing good. I'm doing what I was gonna do the other night in terms of music selection, which is have the drum and bass on, but just not on stream, so I don't get like 20 copyright things from different songs again. But yeah, we're just doing good. Seeing how this comes out. I think we already established you need to prototype all of us as Kira. I'm still hesitant to do that, you know, because of me just doing it not that way for years. You know, especially because I don't actually have any way of safely untaking. Let's rephrase that. I don't have any safe ways of taking the parts out again of the positions once they're solidified in them, unless the certain joints which are interior and you're not going to see, um, or unless it's certain things. I want to try and not do that, but that's me. Like yesterday was needed for the head. Like, I suppose it doesn't help with the simple fact of like, and this is gonna sound really stupid on stream, but like, when you think about it, I've done modeling since about, or rather Gunpla specifically. I've done Gunpla since about, let's say 2010, maybe. I'm gonna have to like figure it out properly, but I swear it was like around 2010 or something. And I did it like just randomly on and off for ages, and I'd do it the same way. So I've gotten into kind of that one way of doing it, and then trying to get out of that is really hard. You know? And yeah, with me not being able to get parts safely apart again, without potentially like stabbing myself or something and ending up with another crazy injury. I'd rather just kind of take it easy and try and see, like, if I have to prototype stuff, I'll try and do it, but not like proper sort of like everything is solid. Right, so that's every single leg piece, of which really the only ones that I do need here are the thighs, like the thigh parts. So, for instance, if I take the tops of the thighs and I put those with the bodysuit, at least I should know the clearance and the range of movement, and these don't actually look too bad for nubs as well. So, assuming they're going to be hidden in the joints, that should be fine. That's why once in, I just accept my fate as a builder, says Kira. I'm just throwing it to the wind now. Right, so that way? I'm trying to figure this out. It looks like it's that way. And then the ball joint goes in that way? Hang on. Dude, that moment. Okay. Okay, so that was that way. I assume looking at that, right? And then that goes with the thigh cover, which should be, that was the wrong one. Right. So it's that way, and then it's funny because I've already. Do you happen to have polycaps? I have those ones there. Uh, yeah, it's okay. So there's a certain slot that I need to look for there, which I wasn't doing before. Ah, there we go. Can I just like squeeze that together? Didn't think I'd be saying that on stream about a bit about butts and stuff. Like, I'm just gonna squeeze this together. Okay, so there's one side. Again, you guys get to see this from like your point of view because this is the first and possibly only time I do this. So it's really interesting for me to see all this engineering and stuff that goes into this now and be like, hey, cool. Normal grey ones, those are helpful to prototype the thighs and they don't connect too clingy. I probably do. I just don't know where they are. I have so many like different parts and things that I still have as like not junk, but you know what I mean. They're just kind of there, as it were. Okay, so that goes in there again. Make more sisters or get a gen army going. I should just turn around now and be like, dude, look, these are the parts that you're gonna need to make gen. Because I'm probably not gonna do this. Go crazy and see what other variants you can make. No. And then have like a contest for it or something. I don't know what the contest would be, but that'd be funny to do at least, just to see what people come up with. Because we've already got proof with what the made version or something. Is it? Hang on. So that's that way. So it'd be that way, and then that one goes on that way. Hang on. Where's it? Right, that should just slide on there now. Yeah, because then that allows for hip rotation. Okay. So that's the thighs at least. The tops of the thighs. Let's get them, put them to the side for a moment. We put everything in the box. Sure, I'll make my own and then mail it to you. Just turn around and be like, oh, so here's a P.O. box. Right, let's put all the leg pieces together in one area in the box. Like I was saying, I do this to keep everything organized, so I'll show you where everything's going in a moment. We'll keep the tops of the thighs out. We'll build the other thighs and put them in another section, and then we'll compare what we've got. Already suggested multi-gens. Got a slight tickle in my throat. Why is it that the past couple of days I've been doing this stuff? I've been getting like migraines early on in the day, and then like comes to this stream, and I'm just like chilling out with the music, and I'm just like, yeah, that's nice. Yeah. Okay, so let's try and not dox myself here. Right, so far in order, we got the shoe pieces, or rather, not in any particular order. We got shoe pieces, face pieces, the frills for the legs, the actual legs that we just cut out, the arms, apart from the hands, the prototyped head, which looks real nice, the body, and the neck and the jacket. So, keep the thighs there for the moment. Those are the originals. Actually, no. We'll put those in the box as well. We'll make the new thighs up and then compare. Probably gonna have to do the lower body of the bodysuit. I'll come back and get the hands later on. Let's just check these runners. That's clean. That's clean. Yeah, they can both go in the rubbish. I'm wondering what range of motion I'm gonna have with these, or what's gonna look better. Here's one for chat, just for the sake of it, just for giggles, kind of. Or maybe you can just answer it without it being any sort of like sinister thing or whatever from me. What is it that you think makes building so calming? You know, because I'm trying to think about it now, and I think it's just more that whole thing of you're just able to like focus in specifically on one thing and slowly see it build up. I don't know, like for me, but like I just feel even just cutting stuff off the runners is kind of calming for me, especially if you take it in a nice, slow and steady pace. It's something you can just kind of relax into and let the process take itself. You know. Isolation. I can do it with other people around. I've done it before with like Jen's family members around, where we're just like, yeah, that's cool. What are you doing? I'm like, yeah, I'm just building something. Right, so this one is the other one that had similar thighs. This one's got slightly different mechanics. Oh man, you got that outfit. Yeah, I got this one for the heels, the frills, mainly the frills, and any other parts that I could scavenge. I basically took, like when I did a load of mock-ups and stuff of the idea, it kept giving me like, and the way I was doing this was I was literally like throwing it in AI and just being like, come on, give me anything interesting, and it kept giving me frills around the top of the sock area instead of, you know, like the thigh-high socks that she has that are inspired by Ghost in the Shell. So I was like, oh, it keeps on giving me frills. I might as well just get frills, you know. So, I suppose, like, I was on about it the other night, saying I like characters that are strong but show a little bit of femininity. And I suppose that the frills kind of add to the feminine style of it, you know. As well as the bodysuit. 16, right? Yeah, that's 16. I love the way I went into that then without even looking at the right area. I was just like, dude, that matches up. Let's cut that off. Let's see. Uh, mental isolation and concentration, Zen. Mm. Do. Like at the moment with this music on in the background, I'm just sort of able to chill and sort of trying to think of the right way to describe it. It's almost like everything else melts away, and I can just focus on the parts and stuff and how it's going to come together. So it's nice, and then you get people saying like, "Dude, this is not a an attractive thing to do." Meanwhile, we're like half meditating while making a model kit. It's like I am deep in meditation here now. Leave me alone. I suppose it kind of is like a trance that you enter when you start working on something like this. Depends on what you're doing. Like the amount of concentration sometimes it takes is interesting, you know. And then other times it's like, dude, you're just cutting out runners. It's like, yeah, but still. It's like I can't remember who it was recently that I watched, but somebody was doing. I think it was like a 40k person was doing like Gunpla for the first time. It came up in my recommended, and I'm watching him, and he was doing like the MGEX Strike Freedom or something like that, and he cut one of the things out wrong. He thought like one of the pegs was part of the runner and just cut straight through it, and then was like, oops, and then had to glue it. And funny enough, it was for the backpack as well. You know, I think it was for one of the wing sections, the Dragoons. I can't remember exactly, but it's like, dude, what are we doing here? You know, you gotta pay close attention to what you're doing. That way. Dude, it's so satisfying just being able to take something off the run of the right way, or rather the easier way. I better not do that. I'm like clipping to the music here, just like do. It'll probably wear them down. Like I don't even know how sharp they are, but I'm assuming they're really sharp because of how they're just going through everything like really nicely here. Right, so these are the thighs for the idle model kit. We'll see how they do. Looks like it's this way. Do I have to push that a little bit more? It looks kind of like it. Tightly fit parts as far as they will go. Okay. Trying not to break them at the same time. Okay, now I'm assuming, yeah, that drops onto the... I'm making, like, wild assumptions at the same time as all this is happening. Let's just line these. Why is that not... Huh. Is that the other one? Hang on. Nope. I'm on about paying attention. And then I'm looking at this. I swear I've got this right. That is not going there. It's not giving me any extra room unless I put it in the other way. Because that is not right, that side. The tilt goes to the cheek direction. Okay, let's see. Yeah, that should match then, right? Problem is, it's not. If you go that way... I guess swear it's that bit there. Also, be careful with the side of the polycap ball joint. Okay, so I'll zoom in and show you this because I don't want to mess this up on stream. Right, so let's zoom in here so you can actually see the manual as well. Ugh, this is gonna be out of focus for a second. Okay, so there it is. Let's just. Okay, so you can see the manual there now. Just the. That's pretty focused in from what I can tell. I hope it's good on stream, right? So it looks like when we match that up, I've got that the same way. That just needs pushing in a little bit more by the looks of it. That's all. But it still won't go on. Even when that literally looks like it's the right way. And I just do that, which is strange. The wider part has different sides. One is wider. I'm going to try and push that polycap out of there again because it just feels weird. Hang on. Can I try and do this with a screwdriver work? That might be a bit too big. Mini screwdriver in there and just... Oh, there we go. That was easy. Just in case. That literally looks like the right way. Hang on. Just turn that around just in case. It's got to be that way based on the image. And then the polycap just goes in. Have I? The nubs on the actual polycap are not big enough that it should stop it. Let's just see it'll go in normally anyway. Can we get that lined up? Oh, okay, so it goes in there like that. Right, so it does go in. So it looks like, yeah, it was that there. The only problem now is pushing that out. Let's try and... There we go. Whoo! The funny thing is, I've been messing around with tools all day today. I could use like a mini screwdriver that's a flathead instead of a tri-head. Or, sorry, the other one. The crosshead screwdriver. The small side should have the wider side should face the skin area. Yeah, like that. The small side should have a flat side for the polycap. Now, the thing is, why can't I just drop that in that way? Would it not work? If I drop that in this way. That's not working. Be careful with the rails part, they can get down. Oh no. Okay, let's try and take that out then. Balls. Oh, yep, there we go. It snapped. That's my fault. Oh, well. That's happened, and I felt that go then. Or at least it looks like it snapped. Hang on. Yeah, it snapped. Ah, well. There's a slight hairline fracture there. Hang on. That's my fault. You can see it just in the center there. So that's probably going to have wrecked everything now. If I put that in there. Oh no, it kind of fits snugly in there. You broke it, right? Yeah, I did. But it fits against those, so it's like, wait, what? Where it is. Where it is, the hairline fracture is just at the top there. But it doesn't look like it'll affect it right now at the moment. And it's so tiny. I'm just gonna try just a slight wiggle there and see what happens. It doesn't look like it's affected it. Damn it, Dave. I'm rusty, alright? I just thought maybe it'll work because it wasn't doing it previously. No, I'm like, maybe I just push it in from that way and it might go, but no, instead it gave out. Yeah, that doesn't seem too bad with how it's held together. It's pushed up against another piece of plastic at the top and then sandwiched both sides. So it's still got range of motion. Maybe I can get away with that. Guess I'll find out. At least we won't be doing the other one the same way. So we do the other one the complete opposite way by pushing in from this side. The problem is it's still gonna have the issue with the ball joint because it needs to be pushed through a hole that's seemingly smaller than it can fit. Because it says on the options, right, to push in there like that and keep going as far as it could, which is why I did it the other way. And it's just, it is not going, like, even though I'm doing this the correct way. Because it needs to be further through to fit in there like that, and it's just not going, which is why I had problems fitting it in the damn thing to begin with. John. Yeah, I don't like this is gonna be as crazy as like when I took a knife to that Siege Optimus Prime figure. But it's like, dude, seriously? Like it almost feels like it's gonna break anyway if I try and force it in through this side. Because the only other thing I can do is get the flat of the screwdriver and push it in that way. Because of the way that it is. Hang on. Try doing that. Yeah, that is not going in any further. Direct the check your DMs. What now? Yes. With the screwdriver, direct the flat side into the hole that misdirection can break things. As long as it lets you slide the thigh, it should be fine. Let's try it then. Right, so it should be that one. That way, and then no, it's not. Again, it's the same thing. It's too messed up there. It's so what's happening, right? Is I'm getting it on the rail there. You can see it from that angle. Hang on. It's just ever so slightly out. Hang on. Which is why I pushed it in the other time. From the other way. It's just so goddamn awkward to get this just even a little bit further through, especially because of the way that the polycap is. Maybe I just try and lever it up a little bit. So it's in. Oh, no, hang on. Dude, it might be the angle as well. Hang on. Maybe that. So let's just double check this. That was that way. Right, so face that way, put that one that way, and go for it. Oh my god, yep. Dude. Once you get used to the not that special. So what it was it was partly the angle of the ball joint. That is all kinds of weird. Like, I don't like the fact that I destroyed the top of that one. Was it? The top of that one slightly. But you can just, where is it? It's right in the middle. It's hardly noticeable in this light, especially with the way that I got the camera. But it's just literally around here. It's a hairline fracture. But it's still giving me wide range of motion, apparently, and seems to be okay. So it's like, I guess I can take it. I guess. Right. What we'll do is we'll try comparing the two now. But I'm gonna need to make the bodysuit for that, so I guess we'll see what happens. I really hope that hasn't screwed everything up. Meanwhile, checking DMs. Let's see. Oh. Let's see. Welp. We're all gonna die. Wait, what? Where did that come from? Dude, I'm still kind of upset that these thighs, which are absolutely massive compared to the other ones, these other thighs literally have the detail running down them in the middle. Like, if it didn't have that detail in the middle, they'd be perfect. Because they are absolutely massive. Where is it? Because they have that, like, tech detail going down the center. I'm just like, dude, I don't like that. Oh. If they didn't have that, they'd be perfect. It kind of sucks. That's the only thing that ruined that as well. That moment, you just want to have thick thighs, and instead the kid's like, nah, you gotta have this, like, crazy tech detail. Have fun with that. Oh. Trying to make this look clean, god damn it! Here's where the thighs end up being, like, too small. Let's get these and compare them together. Hang on. There. Boop. Boop. Oh my god, the other ones are so much smaller. We'll get the parts out for the body in a sec. So, already we can notice a couple of things. Let's have a look. I'm gonna zoom in on this for the sake of it. Can you just sand the detail down? No, these are like the way that they are. Oh, is that not zooming? It doesn't seem to be zooming anymore. The way that the detail is, it's like I'd need to basically skin tone match and then paint because they're in pink. Like they're literally like the only way to describe it is it's almost like somebody's taken a ribbon or something or they've tried to take the idea of a garter belt, and then they've gone, you know what? Wouldn't it be cool if we made that into like sci-fi detail? And it's like, how about if I don't want the sci-fi detail and I just want the thick thighs? No, like where is it? Here it is in the manual. Where's the that pink bit? If that pink bit wasn't there, instead the thighs were solid, we'd be good. That really does suck. Like if the pink bit wasn't there, we'd be fine. Right, so here's the ones that are off the swimsuit. Here's the ones that are off the idol. Let's try and get the same ones. Okay. Trying to get these just right. So the idol one is bigger. The swimsuit one, I'm just trying to focus him a little bit because the swimsuit one doesn't have the butt basically like go all over the top. Because you can see the bigger one, it has more skin on it. So that you're not showing too much joint, exposure in between. Guess we're gonna have to find out what's better by building the portion of the body now. So we need the lower jointage at least. Build the waist so you can compare. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do now. So we need the front and back plus the inner sections. I think, because of how this is, it's either the idle one or the swimsuit one is going to have the waist section that I can build. Let's see. No, apparently the swimsuit one is just telling me it doesn't. Because I was hoping that it would be in skin tone color. Can't you paint over it? I'd need to paint match pretty accurately. Okay, so that's asking you to already have something. They probably do not have skin tone stuff for this because of characters wearing stuff. Like, I thought maybe that'd be in skin tone for that. What about the, oh no, the medical one will be in pink, won't it? What about the idle one's gonna be in black? I bet you. Hang on. Oh, the pain. The pain. Let's check the idle box. Right, let's see. Lower waist portions. Nope. Oh, I might have got lucky. Hang on. I should actually try and see whether we can get like a chibi gen, like just see if I can generate something like that. That'd be funny. There we go. Ha ha. We're on to something. The question is that the same for the other one? Are they the same paths? Hang on. Looks like it might be. Even if it isn't, I could just use the E7 and E11 joints, right? Because they look the same. I'm literally like, maybe I make both of them. Because then I can compare. So we need all the E-runner from... let's just move this, dude. That moment where it's all kinds of crazy. So I need the E-runner from this for the lower portion. What is it? E7 and 11. None of which are on that runner, so... Haha, there we go. So that's the... I've got that. That's the idle one. Build the nurse and the idle one, and the idles connect to the skirt. I can get. So it can get annoying. Wait, what? I'm just gonna see, like, I'm just gonna build both of them and just see what works and what the difference is. Probably, I'm gonna come to the same conclusion, but we'll just zoom out here a little bit. Can I just? My zoom is like ridiculous. The nurse one has the bottom one for Jen, so I can't use the colored pegs for this one. Let's do that then. Okay. Kira has yet to steer me wrong on this build, so I'm just gonna not complain and just go along with this at the moment. I do love the what was it, trans clear neon pink sort of parts there. They look cool. So oh wait, there's the B runner. I think I probably already have these parts nipped off by the looks of it, which means they literally should be in the box. Let's just grab that. The box. I just need to look at what they look like on here and then be like, oh, okay. Okay, so first off, we'll move the frills into the same section as the legs. And we'll remove the dividing door between them. That way I can just have a look pretty easily. There's B7, I think. That looks like... Where's the joint at the top? Kind of looks like... Yeah, that's B7. Try and find B3. There we go, that looks like B3. Yep. And then B5, two sides. Yep, that looks correct. And then another one there, B5. And then we need B2 as well, because that fits in at the top of the body. So we need B2 is literally just like a giant polycap looking thing, kind of like that. Make sure that's the right one. Looks like it. Right. Guess I'll find out in a moment. Now we also need D4 and D3. There's D4. D3. And the thigh sections as well, so we're going to need... Right, so we're gonna be seeing at least the a small section of the bottom half at the moment. And before I literally just have to like bite the bullet and take those tech details and just be like, okay. Oh. Because that's what it feels like at the moment. feels like I'm gonna have to just turn around and be like, dude, if these thighs aren't big enough, then tech details are gonna have to be a thing that is added. Right. It's that way, and the knob points outwards. And then they rotate that one there. That way. What? Hang on. They rotate that there, that way. And then they have this one go there. And the other one go the other way. Interesting setup. Okay, so that gets me to the... Right. Whew. Who knew doing thighs on a kit would be this crazy? Right. So we need E4 in this bit, which is that one. That goes in there. This goes this way because it pegs in there. Right? And then... It is never simple, I know, right? Let's just try and sandwich these parts together like it says. Oh, come on now. Ah, that's why the crotch area was slightly out. It's still slightly out, and I want to know why. I swear those are fitted together like that. Hang on. Ah, there we go. Okay. I like the belly button design there. That's cool. Right. Then we got the sides, which go on this way. These are going to be loose fitted because of needing to get them out again, so I'll do it so I can either run a screwdriver or a craft knife or something down the side. Okay, so we got that's kind of accurate. I'll take that. That's looking pretty nice at the mo, right? We got the first set, which are swimsuit ones. That gives me anyway, it's there, but it doesn't quite match up. This is literally gonna be like zooming in on Jen's ass here for this stream. This is literally probably gonna be a case of having to use the ones from the actual kit and just biting the bullet, because that looks a bit funky there. I'm not quite sure on that. It's not pushed all the way in, but then it looks too small. It literally looks like really, really tiny. Not so sure about that. Like, again, I don't want to push all the way in, but that gives a bit of gap as well at the back, like the exposed gap area. Not too good. The front, at least it looks kind of clean. So let's try and wiggle that off now. Come on, come off the peg. That moment where it's not letting go of the peg. Use the butt ones. What, the other ones? The idle ones? let's see here. So these are the idle ones? Ooh, that moment where they're off screen. So that's looking maybe a tiny bit better. How much will you be posing her? Not too much, but like at the same time, I don't. It's that terrible thing. You probably already know it. It's that whole thing of like you can see lines and you're like, dude, I want to try and cover this up as much as possible. No, they don't seem too bad. Let's try and change the focus. Compromises can be done. Oh, I'm trying to make sure let's go. See what I mean? Like that doesn't look too bad. What do you think? It's either that or I use the ones from the kit, but I prefer the clean thighs if possible to stay with the artwork. Because those at least give me a little bit more range though without a seamless view would require you to purchase a silicon body. You know what I mean though. Like it's just you don't want to see too much like seams or whatever. But this isn't too bad. Honestly, I don't think that's too bad. The only problem is like whether the other ones from the actual kit, like how big they are, because they are they're like one size bigger than this. That doesn't like especially if you put it like that. That doesn't seem too bad. Oh, let's. Yeah. What does chat think? Try them then. Let's see how big the other ones are. Build them up as well. See how big they are, and then be like, do I have to just compromise? Let's keep that in the background for a moment. I need them thick thighs. Thick thighs save lives. Just don't break them. I'm sorry. Okay, so we got all this over here. We'll just that moment where I'm still zoomed in as well. It's okay, totally fine. No big deal. We can fix this. There we go. If I just focus that, and then we find the pieces. Don't need that because that's the her. I love the way I've still got part of the idol outfit here as well, just randomly hanging out. Fun times. Okay, so here we go. We got A 14 and 15. I don't know how I would explain this detail on the actual kit. No, like if these are right now, it's like I either paint over them somehow or I make up some BS excuse. Oh. It's like, oh, I included garter belts now include in the design, even though that's totally not a thing. Dude, these are massive. This kit is like totally stacked. Like, I'm actually surprised at how stacked this kit is. Why do you get nothing like this by default in the main line? You actually have to buy them as optionals. Like, all the other kits are like flat-chested, incredibly small. Meanwhile, I'm sat here like, I just want thick. You know. You don't. Normies will label you as a perv no matter what. I I should just embrace perviness in old age. That's what I'm getting from that. So you don't explain anything. Let's see what we got here. That's nothing related. A runner. And D where's it? D. D17 B8. That B8? Yeah, it is. I need that. Ah, there's D. Whew. Right. There they are. Turn around to Jen later and be like, dude, trying to actually do your kit in 3D was a lot more harder than I expected. That moment when I think it was Proof the other day was like, so dude, what you're saying is you like thick, and I'm the like deliberately posting down with the thickness for a laugh. Right. This way. Same kind of thing with the polycaps again? In before, because it's the one that actually works, whether it just looks better by default. It's just like, oh no! The only problem then being it's like, what? Okay. Here we go again. Hopefully, not breaking anything this time. He jokes. Okay, so that says it's that way. And you just push in at an angle. Not that you push in, you have to push in at an angle. Right? And then... Ooh, come on now. I have no clue which way it wants me to put this, but I'm assuming that way. Dude, play nice, play nice. I just want this to go in and not have any issues. Ah! What is it with this? And polycaps. Seriously? Is it that way instead? Looks like it might be. Snap! I know, right? I'm waiting for it. That wasn't a snap, that was a push fit. If you heard that then, there was a tight as it clicked. Like, again, it's the problem that I said about this the other day where I was like, I could. Hey, Sky. How you doing? I could just put all my strength behind this. What's worse, hearing a snap or a crunch? Oh, I don't know at this point. It's like, I could put all my strength into this and just push like mad, and everything would be all kinds of crazy and be a lot more stressful, but instead I'm trying to make it a little bit less stressful. Dude, that moment when I'm gonna have to just go for it here. That moment where it's all incorrect. I swear. It's the polycap again. Hang on. What are you trying to do? A custom kit bash that ends up looking like Jen's avatar? Yes. It's doing it again. It's the polycap that's stopping there. I can see it there. There's the seam there, just down the edge. Try and push that in over this side here. Maybe it's the way the polycap is as well. If I wiggle that slightly. This ain't working. Let's try and use my craft scissors and just try and pry that a little bit. Ever so gently. These scissors, these have been in my family for years. They're for like doing specialized arts and crafts or something. My grandma had them, and when she ended up passing, I ended up taking them. They cut through so much so nicely. It's insane. There we go. The bent, yeah, that's strange. They were like that when I got them. They're specialized deliberately like that. I don't know why. She used to do like a load of artwork to do with it was like layers of paper. I think it was like decoupage is what it was called. And also she did like loads of like craft stuff where she'd take like eggs and hollow them out and then make like a diorama inside an egg. It was really weird. But she'd make like carousels and stuff like that. It was all kinds of cool. Trying to make sure this goddamn polycap is pushed in. I swear, man, the top is just not going. It's the same thing again. I can fit every other part of the damn thing incorrectly. But the top bit just does not want to go. You'd think be a little bit better of a fit, but it's probably human error again. That is literally as far in as it can go, from what I know. I've spent ages pushing it in. A Dave moment. No, seriously? Like, unless it's the actual joint itself, cause... No, that one's fine. Ah, yeah, it's just not far enough in, because you can see that one's sticking out a little bit more. I wonder if I can... kind of... This is going to be brutal. We can just do that. Oh, it just took the polycap out. It's fine. It's fine. All that effort and then just boom. I think you may have the cap reversed. No, it's supposed to be that way. It's literally in the correct way. That moment where I put the screwdriver on and it just takes the cap and just goes, yeah, you know what, you're coming out. Go in there. There we go. Finally. Finally. Dude, it has to be at literally the right angle. It's like, it's an ever so deliberate, like, perfect angle. At least it felt like it then. Felt like it went in a little bit better. I just, like, push the top first this time in hopes that that's done it. Ah, there we go. Yeah, that was weird. Like, obviously, first time doing this with these kits, so you'll have to bear with me for any mistakes that I might make on stream. But that was an experience. The best way of describing it is like it will not go, at least on first sort of like try, it would not go a certain way no matter what the instructions say. It's almost like it requires a little bit of jiggling around in the socket, and then eventually it just kind of gives out and you just get the damn thing to go in. But again, that's just me more or less like, dude, is this right or what? You know, when in doubt, lube, says John. Like seriously, that was just all kinds of weird. And then the other side goes on perfectly fine. You know, Dave has learned. No, it's just weird. Like I'm used to, even with like polycap sockets like that, I'm used to just putting the polycap in and then bam, it's done. Right, so dude, let's see how big these thighs are. Well, and the butt compared to. Oh my god. Okay, so this is ridiculous. Dude. Hang on. That's on the left is the idol one. On the right is the nurse one. That is ridiculous. I like the nurse one is absolute stacked. Like look how much bigger it is. Hang on. Try and put them the one behind is bigger. It just sticks out a little bit on camera. It's the way that I'm holding it. It's so much bigger. So you know what's gonna happen. I'm gonna put this on and then be like, oh. Oh, come on. Either you compromise and adapt lingerie into the design, or you'll have to sand and paint. Oh, do we know what skin tone I can make this that'll match? Cause look at shoot. Hang on. This is ridiculous. Yeah, of course. Of course, with the parts from this kit, there's no way that you are using any other one. Because this one it just works. And looks better. That reminds me, does that mean that the frills won't work on this now? Hang on. That has annoyed me that even though the other ones are like a portion smaller, we'll do that test in a moment. I need to see how the frills look because this literally might be a giant waste of my time getting some of these other parts and then being like, if I do this now, on Zoom, yeah, just give me a moment. Again, I've not got auto zoom and auto focus on, so Right, so if I was just a prototype, oh, that's not actually too bad. Like, there's supposed to be a spacer between these anyway, but just give me a sec. Yeah, that doesn't seem too bad like that. I just need to try and focus it. That actually looks like she has the thigh pinch as well. You know, like where the material pinches because of the difference, which is actually kind of crazy. Yeah, that looks fine. That looks fine. So, bollocks. That now means that um would you look at that? It's just cute. So that means I now have to sand that potentially and paint it. Or do something else there because of how that is. Like, hang on. I got an idea. One last thing. One last thing to test just to kind of make my mind up on this. And it's the one thing that you would never thought about. Just paint the frills. No, that's what I'm gonna do. What I mean is like I'm gonna paint the frills anyway. What I meant was the pink bit there. You know, the colour that goes around the thigh. It's like I'm trying to think of what else I could do to help camouflage that because I'm obviously gonna have to try and get rid of the seam as well. And then it's the goddamn skin tone. They keep the leggings in place. That's what the frills and everything else is for. That's what the same design as like Ghost in the Shell. You know, because the mages do the same thing. Right, here's the ultimate test, right? And that's putting the idle one on the other side and just seeing oh my god, the difference. That's night and day. It's because that has a cleaner silhouette that side. And the same with oh my, yeah, it has to. It has to be that one. I don't know about you guys, but that definitely looks like it has to be the nurse one to me. Like that is night and day. Despite this one being cleaner, that one looks better. Like it fits obviously with the silhouette. This one's awkward. Like you want to do a thick character and you want to do them clean, but the goddamn um kits are just like so anyway. Well, we've got thinner characters in mind. It's like, but I want thickness. It's like, but how about you just don't have thickness because the line is not designed for thick characters. It's like, excuse me? I I will stop that. You just have to do what feels best for you. We already got past most of the hard parts regarding the build. Yeah, like the rest is just assembling and building. You know, and slightly modifying things. I'm trying to get this goddamn polycap to stay in the right place so I can put it back where it should be. Come on. There we go. But yeah, that it's kind of annoying how stuff is seemingly not, at first glance at least, designed for thick characters. Like at least I've got this now, which is the lower torso. The upper, that's gonna be interesting to try and get like Jen's outfit. Put that in the box. We're slowly getting there. Right. Oh, the other parts. The other parts are going to be put to the side as kind of like, this is what we could have had. We'll put them in like the corner of, I'm not using these. So, what's left? It was, I suppose we can get these shoes. Where is it? The shoes for the nurse don't look too bad and can probably be used. Which top torso did you choose? I have not decided yet. I have parts cut out for the nurse, but I've not done the same for the biker girl. Spare parts for Lolly Jen. No, that's not gonna happen. Um, I'm gonna do the shoes. I need runners D and E and B apparently. Kira says I already did that. She stays hidden. B26 and 27. Again, I'm just trying to get this as accurate as possible. Uh, right, that's those ankle rocker bits done, and then it's D and E now. Oh, E's the slightly darker. I have so many optional like face parts I can mess around with. Right now, you reminded me of when I was working on my remake of Super Fumina Axis Angel. Is that a good thing or a bad thing? Like all I want to do is just like make this the best it can be. And it's just kind of infuriating with like some of the matchups here at the moment, you know. Especially because I'm like, oh, I can use this part. Oh, I can use this part. And instead, it's like, no, you might as well have just got these two kits and just mixed them and not wasted like money on anything else. Oh, that's how it feels at the moment. I did not break anything. Had to make several and had to make the several cuttings and gluings. Wait, what? I didn't set out to break anything, I swear. Like, it was not my intention originally to come on and be like, okay, so I've snapped this part. That's done. I mean, I cut a lot of the OG Super Fumin parts and then had to adapt them to Avatar Fumina's body. Oh, okay, okay. There we go. And then 16 is the armored bit? Okay. A royal pain in the ass. It's gonna be funny when I go back to other stuff after this, you know, like eventually when I go back to Gundam kits and stuff, and I'm just gonna like look back at this one and be like, dude, at least it wasn't that. I'm just messing about it at the moment, but it just feels like that right now. I'm using royal a lot, maybe because you're English. There's a royal pain in the ass, sir. Right. So we got those shoes ready for painting and everything. Those are going to be okay. We got the other ones as well. Uh, the only other thing I can do is try getting the upper of the biker girl. Although I don't know why, but it's just like I'll roll with it. So that's at least two variations of shoes Jen's got at the moment. Some big chunky boots and some kind of standard shoes. I say kinda because those look a little bit like the sneakers that she has. The only other way I could get the sneakers would be to get the Oni looking character, and I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not spending on that. You know, so think we would be able to see Protogen put together before evaluation. I honestly don't know. Like again, it's that whole thing of like I'd have to make sure that I can get the damn thing apart again. Because otherwise, if I can't on this stream, I don't know. Because it's already late. I figure I'll get the other torso potentially snipped out, and then I'll probably have to go to bed because I've been getting migraines on like every other day recently. Not good. Like before, I fell asleep on Jen and Rachel when I didn't mean to because I was literally just like that whacked. I was like, I can't be doing this. You know. Uh, very lightly sand the sockets to the main joints. You should be fine. Kaiser, do you have any idea on like how I could potentially make those thigh details pretty much invisible? Because those thigh bits are a pain in the butt right now. Let's see how this upper goes for the other one, the biker chick. Huh. Let's have a look at number 4, which is the breast area. There's me knocking things all over the place. You made some progress. trying to pack everything together here and make sure it doesn't fall over. Okay. Yeah, let's get the top parts off. Or at least just look at the breast size. Okay, see you around next plastic street. I'll see you next time, Kira. I'm just gonna get these other bits done. So, if you're leaving now, then I shall see you next time. If not, I'm gonna stay on and get this done. But yeah, thank you very much. Yeah, I'm continuing just a little bit. I wasn't gonna end like directly there. I'm just trying to. This is where I'm gonna have to use the other one again, isn't it? Let's compare the. Sounded like you're ending it. No, not totally. Not totally. I want to get the boob section off there at least number 4. Hey Damon, just finished Monsterverse. Oh, nice. Let's get the boob bit off there, and we'll go from there and see what that's like. So we're gonna need. Oh wait, no, hang on. Oh, I see. That's an entire torso piece that then goes. Oh no, hang on. The detail there would clash though, because of the way that it works. Let me check the manuals for both of these. We'll get a new movie featuring Destroyer in 2027. Oh, nice. Yeah, I might have to do modifying again. Do you have the bike? No, Kira does though. The bike does look cool. Like, the only other thing I could do here, because... Hang on. I'll show you. Because the recommendation is to get the breast part there and the belt underneath. That obviously doesn't match up. The problem is that neither does that. But I can tell you now that I'm probably going to save time just using that. And the reason for it is primarily because I know that those thigh parts and that mix pretty well. If I mess around and change the boob parts and then it doesn't work, it's a waste of my time. So I'm much safer just going for that and then trying to edit that as well. I'm gonna have to look at the manual for that and see how much, like how many parts are in that. I bet you it's literally just all this torso apart from the jacket. Oh, and the hair, because the hair had to be grabbed from the other two. No. Depends on how the belt connects. You might be able to use the biker chest with the nurse torso. Potentially. The thing is, it's like... I know it'll be pretty much like that as well, where the thighs are big for this one and it matches. These boobs are going to be like the biggest, which is great and everything. And then these are going to be smaller, I bet you. Because it looks like that at the moment, where it's literally a case of like, yeah, this'll work. Just having a look at this one without her jacket on. Hang on. Just gonna check the manual for this again and see how many parts are actually making up the chest. They are smaller. She's supposed to be a sporty sister. Yeah, that's not good then. That's immediately out of the case. So why is that cover there? That's interesting. The only thing I can think of here is literally trying to like modify that somehow. Hang on, I'll show you what I mean. That's pretty focused, right? Oh, there we go. So what we've got here is the torso section, which is the same as the other one. And then we have the breastplate where it's exposed. Some like crazy armor thing over the top of it. A back plate for that. And then two sections that fit either side to cup it. I saw my sergeant body and I was speechless at the fact that the torso itself is flat AF. But yeah, when you see that all goes together and just fits on there. So that's probably just there for decorative design for obvious reasons. I'm wondering whether that can modify, like if I sand it down or whatever, and I can just like sculpt, like even if I sculpt it over the top of it, I wonder whether it's possible to do that with like, you know how they make like 40k green stuff. I wonder whether that's possible, and then just sculpt over to fill in these lines, and then just like paint it. You know, because again, it's that whole problem of this on the actual design for Jen is just flat. Now, originally I was thinking I can just paint all of it and it'll be fine, but those extra armor details are going to get in the way. Okay, the thing is, I've never properly used putty or green stuff before. I can probably have a look online and figure out ways of messing around with it. But the idea is just to put enough of it on that you can then shape it and it goes around with the rest of the mold. The problem is, if I do that and it doesn't work, it's going to be a pain in the ass. It's probably going to ruin it. The only even like with putty, it might just ruin it. The only other thing I can think of doing is either taking a mold of that and editing it, because the mold at least wouldn't ruin the original parts, and then I could do with whatever I want, or just paint over that. Like if I paint over that, that was my original idea. Was I thought this armor section was like completely separate, and I could just basically paint over this bit, and it could be like a tech detail thing. That'd be no problem. But the top bit there that presses against that bit, that's kind of like, wait, what? You could print a custom chest. I wonder if there are any for this. It'd be interesting to see if there are any custom ones that you can just buy. If I can buy something for like dirt cheap that just goes on there and works, that'd be great. Pain in the butt at the moment. It's like, oh, we're getting there, we're getting there, we're getting there. And then the next minute, I come into a couple of roadblocks, and I'm like, pain. There definitely are. I don't know if you can show most of them on YouTube though. Oh no, no, it's those kind. Let's have a laugh. I'm not going to show them on YouTube, and the reason why I'm talking like this is because I have a screwdriver in my mouth. There we go. I had the screwdriver in the mouth for a moment while I was busy trying to grab stuff. I grab my MX keys here, and we just boom. Oop, turn that on. I just like zoom out for a moment. Let's just check out. Well, it'd be like 30 minutes, Sisters Mods or something, wouldn't it? Let's try. What would I be looking for in Japanese that would make that work? Actually, let's just have a laugh and just type in like 30 men sisters 3D printed parts. See what it comes up with. I gotta be careful here as well because I know it's just like because it's showing the entire keyboard on stream at the moment. I don't want to be typing in all kinds of like things that look sus just to get the right thing that I want, and then everyone's be like, "Dude, I saw what you typed. It was live on stream." Oh, what's that one? Some of the other ones, like the one of the other bodies that has a similar proportioned chest area, but doesn't have that like detail in the top, would be all right. What's that one? Like even if the detailing was just smaller, I didn't have to mess around with it too much, that'd be better. That's literally just the same, but in blue. There's like one where it's the nurse outfit, but it's in blue. I'm just gonna take that off there. The issue between the older and newer torso is that anything the connectors the top of the bottom is more than anything with the connectors from the top of the bottom. I'm just quickly having a look around because there's the biker one again, but it's for a different character. Checking stuff out now. It's just a pain in the butt because like can't really find too much, if anything. I'm having a look here and all I'm finding is the official kits and nothing else. So if you want custom parts, at least from just an initial quick search, kind of awkward. The top is standard Gen 1 connection while the bottom is an alternate swimsuit part. Huh. I love the way they've got new stuff coming out as well, like a witch's hat and stuff. That'd be cool for Gen. that moment where I've got stuck on like this roadblock. 30-min setup is compatible with Gundam stuff, right? I swear it was. Because if so, then I can just type in like female Gundam characters and see whether anything is remotely close. Hey King! I was ruining my stream first. No. Uh, let's just type in Gundam Girl for a sec and see what it comes up with. Gundam Girl model kit. I love the way I type in that and it comes up with literally just Gundam kits. Let's try Fumina, see whether Fumina works. Because they had that one of them recently. Nah, that kind of doesn't work. Even though it's probably 30-min compatible. Gungal Lady Kits might be compatible. Maybe use May's. Oh yeah, May might work. I do know of one unit that might be usable for a base kit as King. Ooh. Let's try May, because I actually have May as well, but I want to build her up properly. There's the 22-inch fig of May that I wanted as well. The figure, a statue. I love the way that's the only thing, and then the rest of it is just like normal kits. This is if I'm just doing like a quick search on Amazon, because Amazon literally has nothing. And you know when I'm desperate when I'm using Amazon? Was the double bazooka gen? Currently trying to build. Like I'm just trying to find extra parts for the chest area. Let's try build. Build. Oh, it'll be re-rise. Re-rise. G-Witch Plamo kits should share same build. Okay, let's try G-Witch then as well. And G-Witch. Oh, but they're all flat-chested. What are you building? I'm literally doing like a 3D kit for Gen. But the thing is, like, it's proving to be a little bit more awkward. I'm using like the 30-minute missions kits to build basically like Jen's avatar. Oh, there's Rachel. Oh, she wants a drink of water. Those kids are kind of hard to come by. The drama fish years ago. Oh, hang on. I got a message. Oop. What's that? Ah. Nice one, Damon. Just a moment. Gun lady. Okay. Let's try it. Huh. That's a different one. That one's a different one too. There's a couple of different ones for that. That's interesting. Let me have a look. See what chat says as well while we're here. Fan art brain rot must have got to me because I do not remember being so flat. So there are some characters from the Gun Girl line that actually look pretty cool. And they have decent parts. The problem is some of them don't quite go with by the look of it. What the heck is... No, that's ridiculous. There was another one from like a completely separate line that just looked totally stupid. Again, the problem with the 30-minute sisters line literally is they are not designed for thick characters. The only other one that I can see here is the coded model B. It's the Go3 color B. It literally just has like a bigger boob area. That's it. Show me the box art. What for the one that we've currently got? That one. There's several different line of kits that could work. Poor Rachel. Hope she's alright. Sounds like she's just itchy. I'll have to ask Jen. Oh dear, this is spud. The problem I'm having is literally just this detail here, where I'm like not so sure about this detail. I'll show it you in the manual. Where is it? If I zoom in for a moment, where is it? Do config video, zoom, and then focus. So I was saying before, I could have easily painted this area and this area, but the problem is this extra armor detail here. Sergeant option 18 could have helped. Let's have a look. I love the way stuff frequently bought together on Amazon. It's one of the newer kids, and then the bigger breasted body model. It's like, yeah, not even people on Amazon are liking this. It's like characters are too flat. The bunny twins are very flat. Yeah, it's disappointing to say the least. There's type AO2. They don't seem too bad in terms of, or like GO1. Those seem to be kind of a bit more proportioned, as it were. I'm just like having a look now. Sergeant option 18. Let's try that. Let's try that. See what it's like. Yeah, that kind of would have worked. I'd put it. Yeah, I was thinking about that as well. The sergeant one seems better because of the detailing on the breast area. Because you could get away with just like filling in that area then that way. The only problem is that sergeant like set of parts is ridiculously expensive. Then again, it's Amazon. What do you expect? The only other one that would have worked, probably with no issues whatsoever, would have been, or at least with very minor issues, would have been the Cestia one, like just using the bodysuit from Cestia, you know, because she's already like the only difference is she's tanned, you know, but she has the same suit sort of setup. Post some videos for you on Discord, Stamen. We'll check out. Checking what else we got here. Just real quick. Gonna check my messages. Oh. Maybe something like this. That's the same one as the one that I've got. Kaiser, I can always try and it's like See, that's the chaser one is one that I'm currently looking at now. The beach one, the beach one maybe like where Zach Aurelius has done that. Hang on. You'd probably hear Zach Aurelius' video in the background. Awesome, like all this crap. Oh no, wait, it won't be because of me not having the audio on. Just give me a moment. What's the limb option? Like the final limb option set that he has? There's like one that's kind of stacked but has like a white bikini on it. But it looks like a tube top. There's the standard schoolgirl um swimsuit one, which is flat as hell, so that's not happening. And then there's the last one, which that looks at least a little bit more stacked. And is actually a little bit better for designing stuff on top of. The problem is it's got no peg holes in the back, so it'd be an awkward thing to merge probably to do the jacket. Which is a pain in the butt. Like, trying to get everything done here in an easy way is just a pain. Let's see. Let's have a look. Speaking of backlog, Dave, when you succeed and have the time, backlog 2, I posted in Fig Chat, let's see. Tanned is the best. They look bigger in the artwork. What's that? Like, even the maid outfit, like, technically, the maid outfit would kind of work, maybe not. Because the designs across the top of it, I'm like looking and thinking like what will and what won't work. Is there any way to good way to send you a link? Do it via the Discord if possible, please. Starting to copy Stu here. Same please. What thread? If it's for this, then the model and building one, I think. Maybe the WIP one. There's the chaser outfit. Even the chaser outfit's super expensive. Just give me something that's like five that I can use. The only other one that I can see that would kind of fit, I'll post it now in the Discord. Can I just grab that? There we go. Copy image. See what you guys think in the Discord. Oh, that one. The two selectable parts there. Yeah, I've seen that. That was a potential option originally. Oh, Jen's message. Oh, can you open a window event? Yes, just a moment. So I'm just going to vanish for a moment just so I can open a vent upstairs because it's a bit warm. So give me a moment. Oh, I'm back. I'm back. He left for the milk. Not that bad. We were abandoned. Nah, we're good. We're good. We're back. What was happening was, it got too warm upstairs for Rachel. And because it got too warm, obviously she woke up again. And because of a condition that's not good. So there's that one, or there's another one here, which I don't like the look of. Where is it? There's... Oh, that one. Does have a peg hole towards the bottom of the torso. Huh. Ah, yeah, the one that Damon posted. That's the Oni princess style one. That's the sister to the other one that I was looking at, where I was like, oh, I can use the shoes from it. You know what? I'm gonna do the torso for the freaking sporty girl while we're here, and we'll just see if that works. So we'll roll with that for the moment. Might as well, you know. I do know one of the other sets I plan to use in my predecessors of myself to use its predecessors of for my dead sisters. Right. I can put that away for the time being, right? We'll try this one and see just how flat it is. And then we'll go from there. Meanwhile, I'll just start up the emotion engine again on YouTube. Yeah, let's quickly do this. And then I can see what's going on with it. So we'll get the upper for this just done now, hopefully. Let's just let's make sure it's the other side. That moment where all I want to do is make Jen in like 3D model kit form for a laugh, so I can be like, guys, look at what I've done. And the kits themselves are kind of crazy. Right, so B. Oh, poor Rachel. Let's do this. B. That's E. Her. Made a model of kit of Jen using Jen in Gundam Build Fighters. All these face parts for this. It's just like, dude, my desk is becoming literally just runner after runner after runner here. Oh, make Jen in Gundam Build Fighters. We've already done that, remember? Like, everyone used the fem parts for what was it? I'm trying to remember. It was one of the female characters in it. Everybody used the fem parts originally and started showing off different versions of Jen. Let's just. I have to. Where the heck is my video configuration here? Ah, there we go. I mean, like, in real life. Alright. Jen panic about being used in public, says Kira. Wait, what? I'm posting the links to the right area, I hope, says King. Okay. That entire sentence, Kira? It's just like, what? Gundam aerial parts would be great for Jen. It's the whole thing of like, you gotta make sure you get it right. You've never watched Try episode 25? Oh, it's the one with Fumina's kit in it, right? Because I have watched Try. It's just been a while. It's where it was the lack of context. It's the one with actual Fumina in it. The Gouda kit. So hang on, wait a minute. If I was to, I wonder whether I could put the torso for this, like the because this has a collar on it as well, which is kind of like, would that work on it? I guess we'll find out. I don't see the collar working, but personally, but that's me. Nowadays we have actual Gona kits and figures, says Kira. Right. So that's like almost all of the top there. I just need the oh Jesus, the polycap section. The polycap section's massive. Okay. It's that way, right? No, hang on. That moment where I'm flipping the runner like 3 separate times to figure out where the hell everything goes. B1 and 1, 4, and 6. Chris Chan makes Sonic 2 Gundam. Should totally do that in actually no, somebody's probably already done it. I was gonna say you should probably make it in Gundam Breaker 4 or something, but somebody's probably already made it for a laugh. Right, there's those two. And then 6. Like, dude, someone has, says Damon. Called it. It's too easy in terms of like low hanging fruit, you know. Chris Chan is one of those internet legends where it's like somebody will just immediately, the moment something comes out, just make like Sonichu because of everything surrounding Chris Chan. You know. Before and after transition. Really check Discord, okay? Give me a moment. I just need to find out where the heck these white parts. Oh, the white parts are right next to me. Seriously, I'm blind today. Check Discord now. Okay. Oh, I see the female mech. Oh, dude, Ayame, yeah. Ayame's one would actually be kind of cool. I don't think I have that as well. Like the upper, the might work. Depends if it's compatible. They got his build correct. I mean, some Japanese have done sisters into Taimanin with custom alternate body parts. I would not know. That's one thing that I surprisingly have not done. You know, for some people, like, dude, that's bull. You've got to have searched that up, and it's like, no, seriously haven't. It's like it's you, Dave. You're the one always going on about Taimanin all the time, and it's like, yeah, it's funny as a property, but I have never gone and searched anything up like that. Primarily because of me, me literally only using 30-min mission stuff for Gen. Let's get this stuff set up. I'm not gonna do the actual boob window bit yet, especially if it's being painted. So we'll just set up this. Let's see, that way. No, that way. And then it's that way. And I've seen things from the Japanese modding community that you would not want to know and then forget. Oh no. That sounds pretty cursed. That's like one of those moments to be like, I guess we're getting out the eye bleach. You know. Now I'm curious as young. It is cursed. I love the way everyone in chat is like, dude, I'm curious now. What's going on, Kira? What's going on? Sounds to me like it can't be shown in this Christian server. Christian Minecraft server. Oh. Come on now, I'm just trying to get this set up here. Dave opened up the lament configuration at this point. Everybody's curiosity has the better of them at this point. Dude, what's gonna happen? I swear that's the right part, but it's not going on, so I guess we're gonna like try and go for the back bit first. There we go. Okay, so that's like that. And with that on, I can put the front on. Okay, there we go. That kind of works. Then we take this, and it should normally have a boob window in. 3mm holes and rods up a whole new world of debauchery. Oh no! Never underestimate the human mind. Okay, so that's the level of boobo we've got at the moment. So then we attach that. That actually doesn't look too bad so far. I've seen some horrible, terrible things. That doesn't seem too bad. This might be a whole thing. If Kira suggested this literally like 45 minutes ago, and I was like, not so sure, this might be another situation where it's like, Seriously, I should have just listened and gone with it. Oh, it's because of the thigh bit. Right, so there's the thighs. For anyone who's not seen those, and I guess we'll show off the head as well. So okay, so those are the thighs. Those are pretty much like the thickest ones we could get. The only problem is the line in between. I'm gonna have to try and fix that. For anyone who's not seen Jen's head model, let's see. Configure video. It just needs the eyes obviously changing on the next faceplate, but that's pretty good. That's pretty accurate. I just need to fill in the top. So that's pretty cool. And then the chest we've just kind of assembled. Putty could clean that up pretty well, says Kaiser. Yeah, that's kind of why I was asking before, because it's like the problem is I'm gonna need to, because I want this to be clean. I want it to match the official thing that I did. Well, I say official, but I want it to match the artwork that I did ages ago as much as possible. So maybe like puttying that up, then sanding it down and trying color matching. Oh. So yeah. I forgot about the elf ear thing, but like the hair covers it up completely, but it's whatever. Let's just see if that fits on there and how bad it is. Huh. Like, what was the rest of the design for that? The problem is I've still obviously got the sides to fill in. Because that is pretty damn thin. But I've got to do the torso itself looks like the upper looks really, really tiny and does not match. I feel like that one will match a lot more. The only thing I could do would be make it. Jen's a lewd elf, says Damon. Let's go and make it. Wait. Just put it in place of the pink parts and sand it down. Yeah. Kira says, wait. Okay. Where's your clothes at? Does the connector of the breast the same for both torso? I think. Hang on, let me. I'm assuming what you mean is that front bit where they both attach, like the flat one. Let's see. Remember, you got the jacket to add bulk. That's true. Yeah, it looks like it's the same connector. Hang on. Where is it? So I'm just gonna move the head and the lower body in the jacket here, so we'll zoom in on this for a moment, right? Just trying to get the camera zoom, and then we'll put that there. Oh, yeah, I'm on. I love the way this is like, for anyone else that's watching, it's like a DIY thing for how to make your own gen. So, yeah, that's the front and back of the biker girl one. Just make sure that's in focus. Camera, please focus. Yeah, and then on the other one, it looks the same. So potentially, if that one's bigger, I could build that one up and then just put the boober from that one on that one and see if it works. Or I could just put the boobs from that one on the pink one. Let's try that. Let's go with this for the moment. There we go. Thought that was going to break them for a moment because of how that is. Here's where the breast part from the biker girl looks extremely tiny. Like, I don't want to have to freak out about parts again at the moment, but there's the head. There's the waist. There's the booba. There's the other parts. This is how women are made. Through an assembly. Oh, well, let's see here. Let's get these parts together. We got... I see what you mean now, Kira, as well. You know, I was mentioning before about being hesitant to build anything up. I see what you mean about this now, about basically being like, yeah, you have to mess around and fit things and try and figure it out that way. I see what you mean now because of, like, how much is involved with basically, if I was going to put it bluntly, dicking around with the parts to see what fits and what doesn't. Because it's not trying to get this to work at the moment. I've got more spare parts now than I had before, which is concerning. Right. At least we can all have fun at the end of the day, laughing at how this set of streams has gone down so far, because I'm just kind of like, dude, what the heck is even going on, you know? Right, so that's the back plate. The back plate goes in there. And the front plate. Oh no, wait. There's the neck bit as well. Which drops down. Oh dude, that drops down on top of there like that. Okay, and then when that goes down, it has enough clearance. Oh, come on. Oh, I see. That's slightly out there. They're hoarding them for themselves, I tell you. There we go. That fits over that peg there, which is actually interesting. And then we put the back on, because that makes it a little bit easier to then hopefully put the front on. Oh, come on, come on. There we go. There we go. That's worked, right? Gotta go. Gotta go. I'm gonna go want Appleseed. Oh my god. Which one? The 2004 one or what? Or the original? Because the original's good. Or the Xseed one. Actually that might not be too bad. I love Appleseed. Have fun, David. I was saying this the other day. I had like a big fanboy moment about Appleseed and Ghost in the Shell. The one from 2004. Oh, nice. Nice. Enjoy. Like, enjoy with that one, Damon. Okay, so we know the side parts aren't on there at the moment. That's not actually looking too bad. I I was a little bit against it before because of how I thought it would look. But honestly, that might have solved the issue and reduced the potential work. Like I obviously don't have the boob window bit in there yet. Like I can easily put that on by taking off the white bit again. Um the only problem is now you can see let's just problem now is the fact that we have the collar on and the armor bit seemingly goes over it. And I need to find out what goes on that peg in the manual, because if it's nothing, we can just like get rid of this entire middle section. I love the way just as I'm saying that, Kira's like cut. Thinking the same thing. Yeah, I could easily cut out this entire section here, and hopefully that should be fine. We'll go and find out now, and then see where we're going from there. Um. Okay, so in the manual, that thing is it covering the boob window a little bit? Because it's a little bit of decorative stuff. Fortunately, they give you two convenient cutting points. I'm just gonna have to. I may have to test the boobage. There it is as well. It's right next to me. Um, that's the usual point connection. Jen doesn't use collars and stuff, so you might be able to disregard it. True. Let's see. It's that one. I think. Yeah. Test the what? The boobage. There we go. Let's see if I can just pry that off there. This is gonna be more awkward to get off. You want to say that again on mic for most of the class? just spell it out in chat. I'll just be like boobage. Swear I've heard Stu say that before. Hang on. Ah, there is a problem. Spells it wrong in front of class. Okay, there is a minor problem, but it's fine, I think. And I'll show you now, right? This is the cool thing about doing build streams with everybody is you can actually just like show everyone exactly what's going on. Right, so as you can see here, the way that the biker girl parts work is the boob part goes in the back there and then goes on to give her the boob window, the cleave. And as you can see, those two little top pegs go into go in there and they get camouflaged in with that. But obviously if I cut that out, put that there, I'm just wondering whether that would work with the rest of the torso then. Because then we've got that issue where it's like, putty and sanding. That's so far out. It could be worse. It could be the actual nurse parts. You should still be able to cut it. I mean, I can do. It's just the whole thing of what's going to be behind it. It's just going to be a gap, right? I guess we'll find out because I might as well just do it while I'm here. Let's just zoom in. Oh boy. Right. So I reckon I cut along the right. So I go from like the right, following that line. This isn't me. I've not pressed in at all or anything, so I've not ruined the part yet. I've not even made like a mark on it. All I'm saying is, are we in agreement that that's gonna cut flush? You can end up reattaching it if you want, and you end up disliking it. True. Let's see how the guard hand goes through this. That's one bit. Hey, Kira. Dave is going all out. I'm just trying to. Right, there we go. Try and get this on stream. There we go. So that cuts out that middle bit, and that is actually. Oh, hang on. That is actually pretty damn flush. Oh. So, there's the middle bit. I'm just gonna check that real quick. Yeah, that's actually a nice cut. And then we literally go like that. Oh, that. Dude, that actually doesn't look too bad. Hang on. Just zooming in on the boobs. That actually doesn't look too bad, and then I can just like trim those little bits off the top, or even just file them down. Filing them down might be a bit better. I know it's a little bit far out. That's not bad. It's not bad at all. Trying to make this as minimal work as possible. Just some complimentary putty and you should be gold. Whereabouts? Because I'm trying to think of like where I could put that at the moment. Just like between the. Hey Wally, how you doing? I mean, Holy Terrace is young, so I'm thinking maybe there or something to join that to there. Sick, unfortunately. Oh no. You're sick again? Is it like bronchitis or is it something else? Trying to think of where I could put this putty at the moment. I swear, like there wouldn't be too bad. Just extending so it goes to the front there. Let's zoom out there. Focus. Just close the back a bit of the gaps. Yeah, that seems fair. IDK, why I keep getting bronchitis? You're gonna have to get that looked at because I remember like every time you said like every time you were sick you get bronchitis. It's kind of worrying. It is worrying, you know. I was gonna say kind of. It's like no, it's not kind of. It is, you know. I'm trying to open the box so I can put everything in. I'll just put the torso piece that was nipped off there. It's either that or a sinus infection. Always those two. Oh God. Honestly, I feel sorry for you. I hope that gets better, of course, especially because like it sucks in general. Plus, it's going to be a lot more fun this year when we can obviously make more progress with stuff as well, on top of just being, better. So, okay, so that's practically everything apart from like hands and things, but it's already late. So, just to go through things with people that have just come in, or rather that haven't been in before, we got parts for the model at the moment. So we got in order here because this is the box of stuff. We got shoe or boot parts over here. The previous torso that we just cut out and then didn't use. The face stuff, legs, shoes, like other normal shoes, thighs that we thought we were going to use but weren't eventually. Body, head over here, arms, neck is over here, jacket as well. So yeah, we just need basically to get like the hands off the runners and do some of these faces. I need the faces to have the slide decals on them, so I'll have to do that. But apart from that, we're pretty much sorted in terms of like what I want to do with this. It's just a case of like getting the rest of the details, like those bits on the legs, sorted, and then all the tiny bits. So I am going to leave it there, and we'll call it for the time being, because it's like 1 in the morning, and I'm probably going to be waking up and then having a very long day again. Let's see what Wally says. I used all my meds at my house that could help with it, so I'm burn knuckle fighting this until the stores open tomorrow. Oh, dude. I run to the stores and or run to the store and just get as much as you can. No. This is where the serial killer Moody puts his victims. Oh, I don't know whether I should be worried that, one, I laughed at that, or two, the tone of the laughter. Like, it could be slightly more. I suppose you could say either dirty or evil, but yeah, no. But yeah, we'll call it there for the time being because we've got practically like quite a bit done, and then what's gonna happen is eventually this stuff is gonna go on clips, and then I can paint it up. So yeah, thank you very much, everyone. I hope you've had a good time. Thank you very much for the assistance from everyone, and also to Wally. I hope you get better. I hope you get better. So yeah. Anyway, thank you very much. I'll see you on the next one. So until then, bye.